With Tears of the Kingdom less than a month away, I thought I'd go through 5 things you should do to get prepared for Tears of the Kingdom. The first thing you should do is play through the story and complete all of the Divine Beasts. Now this may seem obvious, as Tears of the Kingdom is one of the few Zelda games that is a coherent sequel, meaning that some of the plot may only make sense if you've played Breath of the Wild. The other reason you should play through the story is to re-jog your memory of the names and personalities of the champions / new champions, Slydon, Bobo, T-Bone and Ryu, as they're going to be a part of the game to some capacity by the looks of the trailer. The next thing you should relearn, or in some cases learn, is the combat. Now to be fair, there isn't much to the combat of Breath of the Wild apart from parrying and dodging, but it still requires some skill, and if the trailer is anything to go by, the combat won't be changing too much. But with how important parrying is on the Guardian Stalkers, maybe there'll be another enemy where it's just as important. Now completing all the memories isn't really that different from completing the story, as obviously it's a part of the story and is required for the true ending. The memories do have a large focus on Link and Zelda, as well as their friendship, and with the potential that Zelda may have a more active role in Tears of the Kingdom, which isn't saying much, maybe the memories will make you feel that little more invested in Link, Zelda and their friendship. The 2 DLCs of Breath of the Wild, the Master Trials and the Champion's Ballad, are both worth a playthrough as they're pretty good DLCs. The Master Trials features a Master Mode, which is basically a harder version of the main game. The coolest part, however, of the Master Trials is the Trial of the Sword, which works the same as Eventide Island, removing all of Link's items and equipment, and then asking Link to defeat rooms of enemies to prove his worth to the Master Sword. The challenge encourages you to be more resourceful, somewhat like how you might have played towards the start of the game. The Champion's Ballad DLC, on the other hand, has more of a focus on puzzles compared to its combat counterpart, and adds 5 new memories, allowing Link to remember even more of his past, as well as some bosses thrown in and some new shrines. Now the last thing on my list is to play through the Island Expansion mod, which adds some islands to the middle of Hyrule, as well as some clothes which are obviously inspired by what Link wears in the trailers. While it doesn't take long to explore the islands, it does give you an idea of what hopping from island to island could be like in Tears of the Kingdom. I'd also recommend checking out some of the other mods available if you plan to play through the game again, just to add that little extra spice. Just don't tell Nintendo. And with that, it's the end of the video. What things are you guys doing in anticipation for Tears of the Kingdom? Maybe you're freeze framing every second of the trailer, or you're ignoring most of the news relating to the game. And my final question is, who's your favourite Link? I'm going with Wind Waker / Phantom Hourglass Link, but please tell me yours in the comments below and maybe why. Thanks for watching.